Shout out to Andrea, Anti-Afros Fingales. Thank you for allowing me to post this. Thank you so much, my friend. This is, of course, this is Rev G, Rainbow Rev, Reverend Gerald Palmer, Gerald. I am in content creator retirement, but once in a while I'm privileged to drop a video. And again, I thank you for allowing me to put this on Anti-Afros Fingales channel. Thank you so much. This video is for Dr. Nikki Proctor Walden, and it is a request, a formal request for you to stop slandering my name. Stop slandering me. Okay? You're making statements, you're getting on live, recordings, videos, you're accusing me of being a scammer. One of the things that I am so blessed and grateful for is to actually have a clean record, a clean background. Like you, I have served my community. Like you, articles, interviews were, featuring myself. So I know you understand what clean background and reputation, what that means in working in your community and being a professional. And what you're doing to mine is basically, not basically, it's illegal. You are calling me a scammer, accusing me of crimes. And that should never be tolerated. I'm really watching this Larry Reed case. And I mean, I don't know Larry Reed. He's I guess he's a gospel, he's in the black church sector. I know throughout time I've heard his name, and I've seen him on, like if I turn like a gospel channel or something, I see Larry Reed on there. So, but apparently all last year, another content creator named Daryl Moore was making videos about Larry Reed, accusing him of crimes, right? Calling him all kind of, a scammer as well, and all kind of other things, right? And I think for 2 years, Daryl Moore and his friends, including someone as Let Me See Your Transcript, they were all part of that, saying Larry Reed, he had HIV, gave it to somebody. They said he had the package. They were claiming he was doing all type of things. And Larry, got fed up and took them to court. And now it's really, so I'm watching that case because that, for some reason, people think it's okay. People like you think it's okay to slander others. Eventually, however God leads this, you're gonna have to prove that what you're saying about me is true. And I'm no longer a content creator. I don't have a channel where I'm making content. My channel's been gone for probably 2 or 3 weeks, and yet you continue to post, not even post, but comment calling me a scammer. And the thing about all of this is, if I am as despicable as you say I am, I would have already, talked about, the things that you and I talked about. I mean, nothing salacious, of course, you know that. But, as I would definitely say that you said things to me like, you supported me, because everyone knows that I as someone who's living with mental illness, and we talked about that, and you shared some things with me. I mean, not about, you personally, you yourself as an individual. I want to never allude to that. But if I was such a heinous individual, I would have put all our conversation on blast. I would have put your information and all of that and shared emails. Like some of the people that you hang out with, they share personal emails and personal things like that. And I also took offense to you saying that you knew where I lived, as if that was a threat or something like that. I made a promise that I would not allow threats. I would not allow slander. I would not allow people to use my image, to use my words, to slander me. I'm not going for that. And what you're doing is slander. You're saying that I scammed people. And yes, I gave you your $150 back, and I already stated why. And maybe I need to state why again. There was people who were slandering my name, people who were attacking my wife's business. This was last October is when the attacks on my wife's business happened. And then at that time, you had people who were also slandering me. And I had let things go. But I allowed people to continue to make videos calling me a pedophile and all of that. I let that go because I'm like, it's just, it's on YouTube. These people don't have a following, this and this and that. And that was a mistake. That was definitely a mistake. And so it got to a point where I'm like, you know what? I have people who support my channel, and I want to take precautions. I want to protect my wife's business. I want to make sure this doesn't happen again. So I asked for help, and I was just so blessed that you were one of the people who stepped up. Now, you didn't give to a GoFundMe. What you did is you gave to a super chat. Okay? And that was in November of 2020. You gave a super chat. And all throughout that time when others were attacking me, you would say things like, oh no, he's not scamming. He shared with all of us what he did with the money. He shared with all of us how much money. All throughout that time, even though it was like super chats and it was cash apps and PayPal, I constantly showed receipts. I gave receipts of all the money that was given. And I've already explained what the money was used for and how we used it. And I explained to you in our private conversations, and you said you didn't care about any of that. You knew I did the right thing. You said this. You said this in December. You said this even this summer. You said that. In June when we talked, in July when we talked, in August when we talked, you said that. But when I decided to no longer support what you were doing, the abrasiveness and the attacks that you were spewing at people that I respected, and at the time I respected you as well. That's when things started to change. When you started to, I can't say you were saying negative stuff to me behind the scenes. But I noticed things started to change and drift. And then in October, someone sends me, again, I'm not watching, someone sent me a video of a person. This is a person's channel, the person who called one of my employers this year. He was doing videos saying I was doing heinous things with students. he sent communication to one of my employers lying about this. And there's still an investigation going on, not of me, but of the situation. And this person is asking, Nikki wants to know where her $150 was. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Now you are communicating to people who were part of harassing my family and myself. And so I'm like, wow, she really is doing this. So I sent you your $150 back. I sent it back to you because I'm like, well, maybe if I do this, this lady will leave me alone. And yeah, I made a scene out of it because I wanted to make sure people know why I was doing it. And so I did that. So anyway, that was October, and now you gave the same person who is on record of harassing, online harassing and offline harassing my family and myself, you gave him money to continue to harass me. You gave him money so that he can read. You're donating money on my behalf to him. And that is crazy. That is sick. That's harassment. And again, this serves as a formal warning. I'm asking you to stop slandering my name. I'm asking you to stop attacking myself and my family, because you have said some not so nice things and mentioning my daughter. And if I was so despicable, I would say similar things, but I'm not. That's not how I roll. So again, when I said that I'm no longer standing by and allowing people to slander me, to attack me, to use my image, to use my words and my videos, I may not have a channel, but I'm still able to address and protect myself within the law, within YouTube guidelines. Your friend Sherry Whitaker, who you stood with, she was using my image, my videos to slander my name, using my videos to accuse me of being a pedophile and all this other BS. And I was able to make sure that she was not able to use my image, my videos, my words, splice them up, and attack me. And YouTube addressed it and terminated that channel. I don't care about being roasted, but this is not roasting. This is slandering my name. Accusing me of being something that I'm not. I have a 20-year plus, almost a lifetime of working and serving the global community. When you Google my image, you won't find, and again, I'm not, I'm not shaming, criminal record shaming anybody, but you will not find mug shots of me when you look for images of me. When I do a background screening, there are no hits, right? You won't find people leaving any kind of Facebook reviews or any kind of reviews about me scamming or saying I'm going to pay people when I don't pay them. But people who you are connected with, who are calling me a scammer, who are doing all of this stuff, that's their reality. That's their story. But that is not my story. And I am not going to allow people to continue to do that, because it snowballs. right? It gets bigger. So this, again, this is my request. This is my warning. Nikki Proctor Walden, Dr. Nikki Proctor Walden, stop lying on my name. Stop slandering me by calling me a scammer. You are aligning with a person who has actually been criminally harassing myself and my family. And I'm going to do, if you continue to do this, I am going to do everything I can legally within my rights to protect my reputation, to protect my family's reputation. I'm going to do everything I can legally within my rights. If it means if I have to go to, the legal route, if it means I have to go to the press and say, hey, this professional is aligning with people who have been accused of criminally harassing others. This person is financing the criminally harassing of others. If I have to do that, I will do it. Because no one deserves to be treated the way that you are treating me at all. Especially someone who has not returned this viciousness, who has not returned this lying and harassing, who has not shared information. I have not talked about your family the way you talked about mine. So let me say this again. This needs to stop.